Pyre. Ba ba ba. I'll take you to burn. What are we doing? We've done all this. We're going to commence the rite. Oh yes, we are. Having landed at the Hulk of Oars, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Master Hedwyn? Tizo is worried that Hedwyn is still feeling unwell. Is she wearing his clothes? That's a bit weird. Wait, I think... What's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognise it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. I called that last episode. I was all like, are we going to play against the worms? And now that's what we're doing. I'm such a genius. Why don't people recognise my genius? What they all are doing here, you see plain by their ritual clothes. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Okay. Good sirs, lords and ladies. I don't know why I said lords. That just seems to go with ladies. So it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now, without delay. My dog's looking at me funny right now and it's hilarious. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honour. And this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, lest this knight forget. He is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts. Until the contest. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with a strange light. Seems like he left at just the wrong time, really. He missed some cool shit happening in the sky. I like this guy's theme music, it's pretty cool. Very martial. Are we...
Relentless, aren't we, reader?
Incredibly.
Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Oris. You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
Oh, it will be. Everything I do is glorious, you should know that by now. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Oris, not the Hulk of Oars. As your adversaries clamber into view, Ruki paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you come from? Ha! Ha! An excellent point! It seems that these adversaries in the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Oh, there's another one.
Just get rid of them already, Gilman, as your commanding officer this night hereby commands it.
Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. And off your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests.
Wait, give this knight his mask. This knight hereby presents to you... Oh, I'm using the wrong voice.
This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So, yes, can you swim or no? Of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily... Summarily... Am I making up words? Impossible to swim back up the river, down which we were flushed, to end up here. Nay, there is but one way of return.
Silence, Gelman. Nobody cares. Back to your post.
Sir Gelman hesitates, but does as he tells.
Well, this knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you.
He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height.
Now, on guard!
The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Reader, Edwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Who shall strive for freedom? Well, I'm going to be taking Ray.
Ray.
And I'm going to be taking Tizo.
Tizo.
But my third... Joe Dario, maybe? Rookie. No, let's take Joe Dario.
Joe Dario. It is done.
Let us make short work of this lot.
Gelman, status report. What is the enemy's position?
They stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate, as they seem to this knight's eye.
Brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all. By your hearts, be ready.
Okay, let's go.
Commence.
Losers. Oh. I'm getting a bit surrounded here. Go this way. Yeah. Yeah. So far, so good.
Banishment.
Well, I just hold them off with the OP waves of death from Joe Dario. Oh yeah, she gets his money when she does this. Brilliant. Bloody Ray not back yet? Do they not respawn until someone scores? Is that how it works? I assumed it was time based. Oh, nearly. Shit.
That Sir Deluge did fling himself upon the flames.
I guess he did. I guess he did.
The orb is up.
God damn, Ray's awesome. Just struggle until she gets the ball and then basically 3 goals from there. What the fuck was that? God damn, they're fast.
Gelman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line.
Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though, perhaps we do have much to learn from our brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face.
Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once.
They seem to be arguing. Oh, I think this is our chance.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks.
3 goal. Oh, that was close. No, switch to Tizo. There we go.
Was almost
this is fine. Oh. For some reason I thought he was immune to being hit while he was in the sky. I guess not. Jesus, 30. Wow. Joe was actually quite good. I've been underestimating her. Might switch her into the main team. Drop Tizo, he's not amazing. Oh, so close.
Thoroughly banished.
Yeah, I know. I'll get one back in a second. There we go. Shit.
The orb quenches the flame. A deftly thwarted drive.
Good thing they're dumb as hell and just walked into my aura. Open goal.
And it is done.
Sure is.
The Nightwings prevail. They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. They are fast though, I'll give them
The
that.
night is ended.
The sea is making me a little queasy, honestly. But we still won! We won! I was very pleased to have prevailed against the worm knights of the Pyre Hearts. I expected more from the worm knights of the Sea Dominion. This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember the defeat until the end of his days.
Silence, Goman! This is all your fault, and now cavorting with our enemies. How dare you!
This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. It is not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversary on a worthy outcome.
Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. And now, get from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Experience. Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. The blood border, by the way, is the northern edge of the Commonwealth. It's a flat and vulnerable expanse. I've never heard of it before myself, but Jodariel obviously has some experience in that area. Oh, she's got a talent point. Brilliant. When landing from a jump, she briefly stuns nearby enemies. Nice. 7 seconds after saluting. That means I have to salute, and that means an extra button, so I'm not going to bother with that one. So there is some nice stuff on this side as well. That seems quite good though. I feel like if I don't invest all into one tree, I'm not going to get the top tier talent or whatever. I mean, that's really good as well. I probably should have taken that. Oh well. Let's just get crushing heal for now. God damn it, Ray, get more experience. You score all my goals.
Until the next rite.
I can't wait. Yep, talismans are a good thing. Thanks for the tip. That's some... yeah, that was being laggy as hell. After prevailing over the Pyre Hearts in a solid performance, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There is little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swum off towards wherever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns towards your companion, who is absent for the rite. How is Hedwyn? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I could wring that neck of yours. I was attempting to explain. Hedwyn is already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage, they take ill. They are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I travelled once with one extensively.
Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tarek.
Do we know he has a name? We might have known he has a name, I don't remember.
But I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. Haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before.
So you're back among the living then, Hedwyn?
I was just seasick.
Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest.
I think we could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern. And I'm sorry I worried you, or caused you further burden.
He turns to you.
My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground.
You follow him outside where the night sky awaits.
Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't been this far.
He bids you a good evening, and you turn your attention back to the sky. Okay, where are we going then? Where are we going? Purple? Trieste, the Silver Star. Looks purple to me, but oh, it's a big horse thing with holes in it. That was weird.
Still further north then.
Not simply north. This shall prove difficult.
What's the problem?
Our destination is beyond the Deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours is of little hope of traversing it intact.
Can't we go around it?
Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in Wormheld waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It's just another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You'll concur that rest is in order. For the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak you shall have to find your way to sail past the Deathless Tempest. I mean, it's deathless. If it was the deathful tempest, I'd be worried, but this implies there's no death. It's good. It's a good tempest. This doesn't ring anymore. Has Rookie stolen the clapper? That's pretty rude. Sandra's reliving the past. Maybe we should have a chat with her. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. You're not gonna scroll try. Oh, fuck this then. Let us do this all again sometime. Okay. What do you want to say, Tizo? I'm happy talking to you because I don't have to voice act you. Tizo's been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea and seems pleased to see you. Tizo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Tizo is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Oh dear. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. Oh wow, that caught me off guard. That's brilliant. Okay.
I'm with you on that teaser. I do enjoy the taste of fish though. Yes, this video was only 22 minutes long as opposed to my usual hour. It's not because I didn't record an hour's worth of footage. Well, I suppose it is because I didn't record an hour's worth of footage, but I played the game for an hour and I talked for an hour, but apparently the hard drive I was recording onto was a little bit on the full side and it cut off after 22 minutes or however long this is. Probably even shorter than that after editing actually. I'm going to have to cut a few bits out because I just want it to end somewhere slightly more sensible. Summary of what happened while I played and you didn't see. Because the game auto-saves, so there's no way of going back to this point and continuing from here next time. So here's a summary. The worm boy, he helped us across the ocean. We came to a big lava-y area. Jodaria wasn't comfortable being there because there's some harpy girls who she doesn't like, because she says they were the cause of a lot of war and things, and she was a soldier back in the Commonwealth, so she doesn't get on too well with such people. And naturally it turned out that those harpies were our opponents for the rights, so we played against them, but one of their number defected to us beforehand. She was actually coming to prove herself to her sister who was on the other team or something, but then they had this big falling out, and basically Pamitha, I believe her name is, has ended up staying with us, and we're now moving onwards. Just before I stop playing, the Lone Minstrel mentioned something about meeting up with Sandalwood soon, so that's going to happen. And that's basically where we are, so hopefully you're more or less caught up. Trying to think if anything else important's happened. I think Ruki's in love with the harpy girl. There's been hints in that direction. And Jodariel obviously doesn't like her because she's a big demon racist. That's about it. Anyway, I'll see you for another video, and hopefully I'll actually, you know, not fuck up massively for that one. We'll see. Oh, and think yourself lucky because I did a lot of harpy voice for this video, which you're not going to get to see, and it was a bit painful. I'm going to try and tone it down a bit for the next one because it hurt my voice and it hurt my ears. Anyway, yeah, that's the end for this. I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.